I should be working, but I'm gonna do a video instead. Oh, I'll get out and do that yard work. Oh, irritating. Sick of it. Well, heck. It's Monday, July 22nd. Let's do some stuff in the key of G, because I got a Gretsch right here. Got my Hex Girls shirt on. That's a band from Cedar Falls that we're friends with that are doing really good right now. Really fun band. Look up the Hex Girls. Okay, so if you're gonna do some rootsy rock and roll blues soloing in G, you could maybe outline those notes with a 5-4-3-3, which looks just like an F. Remember a good old F? So just remember that these shapes are movable. G, you can take it up an octave. But we'll stay down here for a while. That's your index flat. Make sure that's working, which is kind of your thing. 2 strings. That finger's laying very flat. And you can see the space in here. I kind of noticed that a lot. Space. And the thumb is kind of crunched back here. So I can squeeze. And these fingers are out, you know, kind of ready to do their thing. So, as I was saying, very flat. But these have to be curled. Very curl. I call it like a letter C shape. C, or a Cheeto or something. And anyway, so it's flat plus curled. And these have to be other tips. Let's just see how it looks from this angle. So just kind of, oh, there goes the water. Ah, well, nothing damaged. Okay. This is more important. So this is the root. Root, root, third, fifth, root. Anyway, so if you're going to play in G, you might hit that root. Root was going to work with a G chord. G, and then like G. I'm just scooping into it. It's like a target. If we did go an octave up, you can hear I kind of hesitated, but that's okay. We made it. It's kind of target practice. I don't really shoot guns anymore because it destroys your hearing. But that's like hitting a target. Darts, how about? So that's your root. Here's your third. La la la. Third is kind of a pretty note. It's kind of a nurturing, motherly note. La, the third. It's humanity. Humanity. Root is just like all serious. Root third. It's kind of a sweet interval. Has a nice sound. Then the fifth is like your power chord. A root plus a fifth makes a power chord. That's a G, B, D. Root, third, fifth. So just grabbing that is really powerful. Root, third, fifth. So the fifth is more, kind of cuts through. It doesn't really mess around with emotions like that. Nice third. Third, fifth. And you put them all together, you got a chord. Root, third, fifth. So this is important to take the time to understand this. Finding the root, add the third and the fifth. Those are your target notes when you're soloing. Hitting those notes is a safe place to land when you're wiggling your fingers and hitting brilliant notes. And where do you end up? Where do you stop? A root, third, fifth will make sense to resolve on. Here's a higher root. That really caps it off. root, third, fifth. I ain't gonna sing that one since the surfboard accident. So anyhow, we'll get moving here maybe. You could put a little swing to it. You can hit groups of two, these two, or these two, or lay it flat and get two. Groups of two notes gives us harmony. Man, that sounds pretty cool. Very simple. You know, theoretically, but you know, how can your fingers do it? That was kind of out of key a little bit, but you know. So I just did a harmonized like scale there, but we won't worry about that. Maybe we will. Well, let's add a little bit of so we got the nice clear you know, if you got this far, you're doing great. Remember that. And maybe remember to take it to maybe C. Maybe A and a D. G, C, A, D, G. So you just want to get good at moving that around. But, okay. So this is improvised right here. Okay, we'll do a little, that is the 5th fret, 2nd and 3rd string. So I got that first shape, this, you know, that flat shape going to this flat shape, which is 5 and 5 on these 2nd and 3rd strings. So I'm picking here with my fingers. I call it tweezing the strings. That's my old standby kind of strategy. That's a hammer-on where I lay my index finger kind of gulps over one extra string. So I'm focusing on 2nd and 3rd strings with my index finger. So a gulp is just goes jumps over. Then a hammer. So we got this little flat shape, 2nd flat shape, scooch over, gulp, and hammer. That's that major 3rd. Remember that B I was talking about? Root, 3rd, 5th. Sounds awesome. So a hammer-on is where you hit the string at the 3rd fret and strike with your middle finger. And you have to be very accurate, hitting on the center of your fingertip. You might just sit around in your favorite chair going. So if it goes, that's not it, because it's dead. You have to really hit it with force and, what's the word, kind of confidence. You have to own it. That's called a hammer-on. And then I'll hit those 2 skinnies flat at 3 again. so you can mix and match those elements. Uh-oh, I added a little more. I couldn't resist this raunchy thing I was talking about the other day. It's a minor third and a major sixth. It just sounds really spiky and sick and weird, and that's what's great. I love it. It's a pinky on the 6th fret, 1st string, ring on 2nd fret, 2nd string, 5th fret. Got a little distracted. Okay, it's pinky, 1st string, 6th fret. It's a B flat. Ring, 2nd string, 5th fret, and that makes your kind of nasty, which sounds. Keith Richards and Chuck Berry really utilized it well. So to me, that's just like kind of a lever. It goes on and off, or you know. I don't know, what do you call it, a hinge. Or a valve that opens and closes. Now we're starting to really get a nice variety of sounds. Does that make sense? There's that 5 and 6 to double 3s, double 5s, double 3s, hammer on, and double 3s. That's cool. It's all the exact same geometry as I move from G to C, 8th fret, to D at 10th fret, and this high G. It's kind of cool to put A in. Those 3 fundamental chords sound great. G, C, D, A. If you go G, C, A, D, it just adds one more chord, so, and I think it's really interesting. That's just a kind of a chord thing I do when I warm up. G, C, A, D, B7, E7, or A minor, A7, D, G, C, A7, D7, B7, E minor, A7, D. Oops. I don't even know what key I'm in. Anyway, I'm just goofing around. I'm trying not to go to work, but I gotta go mow a lady's lawn because that's how I get my money sometimes, is mow some lawns. But if you want to subscribe, I make like about $1 a day off this YouTube channel. So subscribe, share, and like, and all that rubbish if you want. Otherwise, keep practicing, man. Look at my little tiny fingers. Tiny little fingers. Don't worry about your hand size, man. Just get in there and get them notes. They're everywhere. See ya.